Welcome to study session 6, News Credibility. Introduction. In the previous study session, you examined the meaning of news. In this study session, you will focus on news credibility. You shall examine what constitutes news credibility. You will do this by exploring two relevant concepts to news credibility. These are the concept of eyewitness and the concept of eyewitness learning outcomes. After you have studied this study session, you'll be able to 1. Highlight what constitutes credibility in news writing and reporting. What is news credibility? News credibility is a term used to refer to the extent to which a news story is reliable or true. Credibility combines two cardinal factors. The first factor hinges on the reporter's consistency in his truthfulness. The other factor has to do with the ability of the reporter to patiently and diligently source for news. The ability of the reporter to report or publish the bare fact as he has seen or witnessed them has raised a serious ethical issue. Sometimes some reporters usually depend on news covered by colleagues, while some media houses get bulk of their news story from local and foreign news agencies. This has raised credibility questions. Therefore, in discussing the credibility of news stories, two concepts are relevant. These are A. The concept of eyewitness, and B. The concept of eyewitness. We shall discuss those two concepts in the next part of the study session. The concept of eyewitness. This concept usually is used to indicate a secondary source of information. In most cases, when a reporter was not at the scene of an event, he may need to rely on those people that really witnessed the event. Thus, references to eyewitness accounts are usually reports of what others, rather than the reporter himself, have witnessed. In this case, the reporter is unable to credit himself with a news item because he did not witness the event himself. The usual reporting phrase in this case include according to eyewitness account. An eyewitness has it that. An eyewitness that talked to a reporter said that. According to a reliable source that witnessed the incident, eyewitness told a reporter that the gunman reportedly took the worshipper by surprise. A source said that. These foregoing phrases apparently show that the reporter was absent from the scene of the event, and whatever he reports would be as true as his so-called reliable source presents facts of the fact. That is, the truthfulness of such a news story depends on the nature and the amount of information the eyewitnesses make available to the reporter, because the reporter was not at the scene of the event himself. This usually raises serious questions of credibility or reliability of such news stories coming from reporters who solely rely on eyewitness accounts. The concept of eyewitness. In contrast to the concept of eyewitness, the concept of eyewitness enhances the credibility in news reporting. The usual reporting phrases used in such reports based on one witness account include: according to a reporter who witnessed the incident said that. A correspondent reported that. In an interview with a reporter, the director said. A claim of I or a reporter, a correspondent, indicate that the reporter was present when the event being reported occurred. This gives the reader a good confidence that the story is more reliable because the reporter was at the venue of the event. Of course, the use of eyewitness accounts enhance credibility of the news story and adds to the integrity of the media organization. However, it is not suggested here that the reporter is forbidden from getting information from sources who witness an occasion. What is important is the tactfulness on the part of the reporter. He should be highly professional in handling eyewitness accounts. He should try to verify the veracity of any accounts get from people who witnessed or claim to have witnessed an event. The reporter should save himself and his media organization the risk of public embarrassment by not rushing to the newsroom as soon as he gets information from his so-called reliable sources. Rather, he should go some extra miles to check and recheck the authenticity of eyewitness accounts. Study session summary. In this study session, you learn that credibility is an essential factor in news writing and reporting. In fact, it is one of the most important news ingredients. A reporter who intends to build a strong integrity for himself and his media organization and consistently win the heart of his reader audience must continually report the basic facts. His story would be more reliable if he is lucky to be at the scene of the event and presents reports from the angle of eyewitness account. However, it is not naturally possible for the reporter to be at the scene of events, especially breaking events such as crisis, conflict, social unrest, armed robberies, wars, accidents, and natural disaster. The most practical option open to the reporter in any of these phenomena is to rely on the eyewitness account to write a story. Getting information absolutely from those who claim to have witnessed the event always raises some suspicions. The reporter should always verify the claim of the eyewitness in order to ensure credibility of his news stories. End of study session 6. Thanks for listening.